All right. First off, definitely want to thank Margarita Monet. Welcome back to Progressive Rock Central. We are happy to have you back because Edge of Paradise, unlike other bands, is out there continuing to produce more music and videos this year, and they just don't stop. They just are constantly pleasing their fans, and we definitely thank you for that. So thank you for that, first of all.
Thank you. And thank you for having me. We're always happy to put out more stuff.
This time, you're covering one of my favorite bands of all time, The Who. One of their best songs is definitely Love Rain Over Me. And that is a target of your single release and the video. And first of all, I have to thank you for doing your research on the origins of the song for the movie Quadrophenia. And in your original introduction, you really handled it well. So I'll let you talk about that.
Thank you. That's good to hear. Yeah, I always loved that song. And I didn't know much about it until I picked it. And then I read a lot about it because it's from a concept album. And I don't know, The Who, like when you really read their lyrics, they're really amazing lyrics. So
Definitely. It's definitely an enormous song, and it would scare most bands to death to be compared to The Who. Or I congratulate you on your boldness, and you made the right choice with this song. But what was it that inspired you most about the song?
I remember first time, it was long time ago. I didn't really know about The Who. I was watching Live Aid recording of that concert, and I was watching it for Queen. And then I heard that song, they played it live, and just instantly I really loved it. Something about it just really clicked with me. And I love really emotional songs like that, and I just loved the melodies. I loved everything about it. So ever since, I've always been, that song's always been on one of my playlists or whatever. It's always been a part of whatever I was listening to. So when Howard Benson, our producer, and Neil, they were like, pick a cover, let's do a cover. And they actually picked Disarm by Smashing Pumpkins for me. And we still
That's
did.
a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. We might later. And then I was like, because they wanted a song that's also really relevant, and Smashing Pumpkins right now, they have more younger fan base, I guess. In Spotify, like that song, if you look at it, is much bigger than the Who song. But to me, like the Who song is so iconic.
Right.
So I mean, I liked Disarm, but I really connected with Love Rain Over Me. So that's why I was like, I want to do that one. And they loved the choice as well. And when we recorded it, they were like, yeah, it's a good song for you. And I love, the story behind it, what it means, just the melodies. When I really love something, it's really easy for me to, really put my soul into it. So that's kind of how the song got picked.
All right. Did you have a little fear of the unknown? I hate to, but in announcing that you're going to cover this epic song,
Yeah.
everyone's really, from what I've read on social media, they really accepted it well, and
Yeah.
they think you did a great job. But
We're really happy about how people I mean, when you do a cover, there's always a fear, and you kind of go into it knowing that some people are going to hate it, some people are going to love it. And we knew that The Who has really, really,
yeah.
the those fans are like, live The Who. And some of them didn't even give us a chance. Like, we've seen some comments like, you can't touch that song. So there's always going to be some of that. But I also figured that song is older now, and not a lot of kids these days know about the song. So I really wanted to also do our version and just kind of put some light on it and shed um it's so weird to phrase this, but in a way I wanted to introduce it to like younger people and be like,
Yeah.
look how good that song is. So and that they
Thank
might
you.
listen to
Thank
the
you
Who.
for that.
Oh, thank you.
No, we hopefully more and more bands do that, carry on that legacy, because yeah, they're a great band.
Yeah, it was an
And
honor.
by the way, you did hit the notes and lyrics as expertly as Daltrey. You really did a good job, and you gave it a female interpretation that I think. Well, I enjoyed it, but I think a lot of people out there are liking to see the different way it was interpreted. Um,
Yeah, we actually had to put it in a different key because he is a male vocalist, and to him those notes, like he's really at the top of that scream, that range, so he puts a lot of emotion in it. When I was doing it in his range, for me, I'm a girl and I kind of tend to sing higher, it kind of felt right in the middle of my range. So what we actually did, we lowered the whole song, just put it at a lower key, and I sang it an octave higher than him. So it kind of worked.
Excellent, excellent. Um, where did you start in preparing to cover this? Because the band also added their own signatures to sort of make it their own song. I mean, they're not stealing it or anything, but they really added their spark to it, I think.
Thank you. Yeah, first, what we do is, we take the song. I usually do like a keyboard version of it, everything on the keyboard, piano. Then we put the rhythm behind it. Actually, we like to start with rhythm, but this time I put keyboards first, and we did the rhythm, and we kind of do keyboards and guitar simultaneously. And Neil actually played drums on this song. So yeah, we just kept going back and forth. It came together pretty fast. Once we had a version worked up, we sent it to Howard, the instrumental version. Actually sang to that. Then when I was done singing, we went and we recorded the drums and the guitars and just finalized the song. So it was a long process, but it kind of came together quickly as well. It's just once you start building a song with a lot of layers, it really takes time, especially with guitars and keyboards and then mixing the song to make sure everything is there and has its own space. And of course, a bunch of vocals, because I layer a lot of, the song has a lot of vocals. So.
It does. Well, let's talk about Dave's guitar solo. It's excellent. Very different than Pete's, which was cool. How did he go about preparing to interpret and create his own sort of guitar solo there?
Yeah, we little section a little bit just because the song for them, it's a lot of feel the way he sings it. So I
Mhm.
figured instead of just copying what he was feeling, because if I do it, it wouldn't come across as honest, because it really came from him. So I had to kind of make my part that would be honest and fit the song, but come from me. So that middle section evolved. And I think that evolution also um, led Dave to that solo. It's like the only solo where he did it on the fly, because all the
Oh,
songs, like
wow.
he like worked on every note like 24 hours to get like 10 seconds of the solo. This one, we were sitting in the studio and he did the guitar riff, the rhythm guitar, and then Mike was like, all right, let's do some leads. And he just played that solo and we left it. So it was just all feel, and we didn't change anything. So it's kind of interesting when it came to be.
But it sounds different. It's definitely heavier, but
Mhm.
it sounds different than Pete's. But I like that. I mean, that's good. You're sort of making it your own, which every new artist should, and you're adding to it.
Thank
Um,
you.
the keyboards at the beginning are also awesome. You kept the piano, but then you added some synthesizers and some strings or orchestration, and it definitely added more volume to the sound. And how did that work out? How did the playing of that go?
Thank you. I recorded a whole intro because you know that song has a big piano intro, and it's all recorded, and we have a version of it with all of that, and it has sounds, it has rain sound, it has everything. But because of Spotify and their whole, algorithm where they favor shorter songs, we cut off that intro. But I think we'll release a version with the actual piano intro, like the song is meant to be as well. But yeah, I always love to play around on the keyboard and sort of add that cinematic element to it. Just kind of sit at home and play around until I like the part. So I usually
Yeah,
record at home.
that's good to hear, because I did miss that rain at the beginning. But you think you'll probably maybe put it as like a bonus on the next album, or
Yeah, well, especially for people that know the song and that are looking for that intro, we'll probably just very soon really we might do like re-release, just like a special edition of the album or something, and include the full version of the song on it, or whenever we release something next, we'll include the full version.
excellent. Yeah, I want to hear your piano. Um, excellent piano. Um, I can't remember that. Is it? Well, we'll go on. But there's a piano song that you did that. Gosh, I can't remember the name of it right now. Where you talk about um, our evolution from. Uh, hello.
Yeah, yeah, I'm here.
I just can't remember the name of it. It's killing me. It's off of the. Oh yeah, it's off of your EP. Uh,
Oh,
what's it called?
mystery.
Mystery. For some reason, the word mercy kept coming to me, and I know that wasn't the name of it. Yeah, but yeah, the piano you play in Mystery reminds me almost entirely of Queen's Night at the Opera. I mean, it's just beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you to hear, because I wrote a song for my cousin who was an opera singer, and he died in that plane crash.
Oh
That
no.
and Red Choir. It was a while ago. There was all over the news that Tu-37 plane. So it
Oh,
was
sorry.
back then, and it's kind of mystery of life. That song is dedicated to him. He was. I always looked up to him. He was an amazing opera singer. He sang at the Bolshoi Theater.
Oh
So
wow. Yeah, I didn't know that either. Yeah, thank you. Um, I love the way you say the cool rain, the way you sing that. It sounded perfect with the guitar, bass, and drums firing around you. And then that scream at the end is a nice added touch. That was something that Daltrey could not do. So, no, that was very cool.
thank you.
All right, let's talk about the video. Which LA beach was that filmed at?
Well, I'll tell you a secret. So we were gonna do a full video for it with Nigel, and then we ended up doing a video for Believe instead. And then we figured, release the song first, maybe do a full video later. But then, I didn't really want to release it without any visuals, because you know us, we have to have some visual with the song. So I just filmed it myself on the local beach in Oxnard, and then yeah, between Oxnard and Malibu. But don't tell anybody, but that's where it was filmed, and I edited it, and then I figured make a lyric video out of it because it's not like a full-on music video. So, but I figured, and I also included some imagery, like for example, you see a lot of ruins in the ocean. It's kind of like the interstate where he starts singing the song, feeling broken inside, and then at the end of the song, you kind of see that full city complete. So he kind of finds redemption, in the rain and sort of finds himself. So
I
I
was
kind of
I was going to ask you, was that CGI or was that an actual place somewhere in California? I don't know. Yeah.
it's still plays somewhere in some dimension. I don't know where, but
Okay. And then, of course, the biggest question: why the color red? Was it a climate change thing, or is it hotter than the sun? Or there has to be. Yeah, I'm going to let you.
I don't know. I
I
just
love the red. It's cool. I mean, red is definitely sparks people's interest. So, but
yeah,
go ahead.
I figured the song has a lot of passion in it, and red is sort of passion color. And I don't know why. Sometimes I just do things I don't really know why. It just comes from feel like that I'll go with that, and then you just sort of go with that. Same with music. Like you can't really plan out songs. Whatever comes, you sort of follow that. So
No,
figured
it's good. It really, you picked the right color, definitely. Um, um, and the video complements your version of the song. What were you trying to sort of add with the video? I mean, it's excellent. I mean, it shows you guys performing, but go ahead.
yeah. Well, I mean, most of all, it's because, these days, just to get people to listen to the song, a lot of people like looking at something while they're listening. So it's to have some visual element to go along with it. And also, I like to think of, when I make songs, I sort of imagine I've always been a visual person. So it's important to me to sort of build that dimension of our whatever we're creating. So it's not just sonic, there's multi-dimensional thing we're building. So, um, that's why that's why I wanted to um, I guess show our feeling the way
Mhm.
we're in the song and have some set like a mood or convey some emotion. So when people
Very
are
good.
watching the song, they're also feeling it, us performing it, yeah, if that makes sense. Just, have
Yeah.
that moment.
And it sounds like you did all the designing and all the production, or did you have help?
No, it really came together fast with my iPhone. Can't tell anyone.
All
Yeah.
right. What other aspects of the video production would you like to talk about or discuss?
Well, I mean, this video was really simple, that's why I tried to, it's more of a lyric video. It has our performance in it, but it's mainly, um, yeah, there's not much to it to really get into. Like all the other videos would do, a lot more goes into them, like for the unknown or digital paradise. But this one, like eventually it would be really cool to make. We actually, with Nigel, we came up with a really cool storyline for the video and have sort of a parallel story happening supporting the song. So maybe one day we'll make that. But for now, we have this red video to
No,
go.
no, it's very good.
Thank you.
And I hope you'll be playing it during the tour next year. Sounds like
Yeah,
it. Or
I,
like an encore or something like that.
mhm. I tried it live. It's a really fun song to play live. And I mean, it's always hard when you have, like, if we're going on tour and we're opening for someone, there's a time limit, you don't get a lot of time. So we didn't get to tour much on Universe. And of course, we now have The Unknown, so we do want to put a lot of our original songs. We have a long set list now. I remember years ago we were like, oh, we might not have enough songs. Now we have too many songs, but I would love to include this as well because it's just so much fun to sing.
All right. Are there other songs that you've considered covering? Just a hint, I would love to hear you guys cover Zeppelin's Cashmere. I think you guys would do a great job with like a Middle Eastern sounding video.
It's so
Uh,
fun. You
and with
said
the
Kashmir, right?
yes,
That was
and
like
with the
my,
Mojave right next to you there,
yeah, that was my
video
favorite
would be
song
awesome.
growing up.
Huh?
That was my favorite song growing up when I didn't even know about rock music. Remember, I was 11 and I just turned, that was the only song. I didn't know who Led Zeppelin was, but I just kept playing it and I would dance to it. Always loved that song. But recently, Starset just remade it last year. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it would be really amazing to do that one. We were actually thinking of Welcome to the Jungle.
Which one?
Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N'
Oh
Roses.
yeah, yeah. No,
Really
that's a good song.
real. Yeah.
All right, and all right. Oh yeah. Other people are now making videos covering your work. That's such a wonderful compliment. Do you have any favorites from the ones that people have either sent you or you've caught online?
Well, I mean, it's always such a great compliment. I don't think I can pick favorites. They're all my favorite. But I mean, recently I saw another video of Mike King, and he just put so much effort into creating those, and it sounds great. And then he puts a lot of effort into visual, aspect of it as well, like putting imagery and, he's performing, he's singing it. So it just feels really amazing that someone would take time and make their own version of our song, and it's really cool when someone does that. So yeah, I always love to see people do that. Or drummers, like there's one young drummer, he's out in Israel and I think he's like 12, Yakir on drums. That's his Instagram, and he did Digital Paradise and
Oh, wow.
smashing those drums, and yeah, it was so good. So yeah, it's always really cool to hear and see that.
People interpret your, yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see. Tell us more about the Believe video if you can. I know you said it's going to be released next year, um, but can you talk about that or?
Yeah, well, the Believe video, um, it's also more of a performance-based video, but you really see a different side of the band. There's a little bit of a different setting that you don't really see in our other videos. The style of it is very different than the other videos, and it was directed by Nigel Dick he did Welcome to the Jungle actually, and yeah, the way he saw the band was in a different light, which is cool. But then there's also an element where I tell the story through my art. I did a lot of paintings for the song, and it kind of cuts back to that. And because Believe, it's a very story-driven song, so you see me drawing in the video. So
Oh, wow.
it's uniquely different.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that because you've been talking about that. And it sounds really good.
Thank you.
Um, and I gotta tell you, I guess I kind of have already, but you guys are constantly busy. You're engaged with your fans. You're sending out Christmas cards. That's wonderful. You ought to teach one of those master classes on how to connect with your fan base because you really do a great job. Just want to thank you for all of your fans. I know I can't speak for all of them, but I know they would definitely thank you.
Oh, thank you to hear. Yeah, I mean, we've always been that band that, I mean, without the fans, you're nothing. And we all, like, I love people and we all really love to like after shows, go out to the table and just meet everybody and kind of hang out and get to know, because it's really amazing. Your music plays a role in somebody's life, so it's always really cool to meet them and get to know them and just say thank you and sort of keep building our world. Yeah, so it's always fun to do these yearly postcard giveaways and people collect them, and it's just really fun, and it's a way for us to say thank you for supporting us through the years.
No, no pressure, but are you talking about or beginning work on a new album? I love The Unknown. I definitely can't wait to see you play all that live. But are you working on that yet, or?
You sound like our producer who's like,
No, no, no. Again, I'm not pushing.
no, I'm kidding.
But we
Uh,
just love your music. It's like you could make a song a day, and I think all of us would buy it. But anyway,
thank
no, I'm kidding. That's too much.
you. But I mean, there is a few songs in the works. I don't think, well, we're already thinking about the next album. To me, every time I make an album, I'm like, I can't believe I made an album, just because I know how much effort each song takes and like how much time we put into it. So I'm thinking about like the next album, it's like a whole new undertaking. But we're always writing new songs, so the songs are there. We just gotta, put our mindset in that mode. Right now, we're kind of putting our mode on to get on a tour
Right.
and really
Yeah.
live and build up our live show. So if the world permits, hopefully we'll see you soon.
Yeah. Yeah. I imagine. Do you want to announce any tour dates or festivals yet, or still too early?
Um, right now we signed with the new management. He's a really great manager, and he's really working that angle right now. So hopefully, maybe before the end, we'll announce something. But it's being in the works, full gear. So the wheels are turning.
It sounds like you're going to be touring a lot for 22, right? Or
Yeah,
possibly.
plan, because we really have to. For a band, touring is pretty much, especially getting on festivals and getting on bigger tours. It's how you kind of bring your music to the forefront.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the plan.
Well, hey, congratulations on all you've accomplished with The Unknown. Um, I might as well let you know tonight that your album is definitely going to be my favorite album of 21. Thank you for the wonderful album, all the time and effort you've put into it, the music that you've created and will be making. And
Thank you.
I extend the invitation to talk with you either about the tour or the next album when you're ready. And thank you for all your time, courtesy, and answers to these questions. And let's not forget Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you and yours and the whole band and everyone. And cheers. Really, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all your words. They always mean a lot to me, and I really appreciate you saying that our album is going to be your favorite. Cool to hear. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Best wishes from all of us. And we'll see you in the new year. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to stop it here. And thanks again, Margarita.